I guess I'll get it running. And I am sitting here with Patricio Valladares. Did I say that right? Okay.
Almost,
Are we
almost,
almost? Ah.
almost.
All right. And then we're going to be joined by Barry Keating in a little bit, correct? So we are here to talk about your new movie, Embryo, and which sounds like it's becoming a big hit. My first question is, I heard somewhere that it took you like 5 years to write this. So the question is, where did the idea for Embryo come from?
Well, I love movies like a sci-fi from, I don't know, Extra or the TV show X-Files. So I very fans from like these movies. So I remember with Barry, we talked in London in Frightest a couple of years ago. I said, "Hey Barry, we need do it a movie like I don't know, aliens or sci-fi stuff and gore." Barry, oh yeah, cool, good idea. So let's work. So I don't know. 2 years ago, we start like a short synopsis and with doing the final script. So we put a lot, I don't know, survivor, trailer, gore stuff, and it's done. But it's not too much work into it's a script. Just it's a lot ideas.
So is that what you like working in, is horror mostly, or do you like the sci-fi also?
Yeah, sci-fi and gore.
Sci-fi and gore.
Yeah, yeah.
You like it bloody, huh?
Yeah, I am a big fan from, I don't know, you know the a lot German movies from Olaf Ittenbach, George Woodgrave, from Necromantic, Premutos. It's very gore from Germany.
Okay.
So I'm very big fan.
Okay. I'm not familiar with those ones. Huh. I'll have to look them up. So I'm curious.
Yeah, in Chile, very famous the German gore.
To the German gore, huh?
I don't know why, but
you guys have more access to it than we do, I guess. Okay. So I'm curious about when it came to casting this film. Did you already have cast in mind, or
just friend? The casting,
just friends?
Just friend. Yes,
just friends. Oh, really?
My daughter, my wife. Yes, it's true. Yes.
So did you perhaps then, I guess you just basically tried to write the parts in reference to those people?
Yeah, so for example, the Evelyn role, this is Romina, she's the only actress, normal actress. And the other just friend, I don't know, the office, the police officer, I don't remember, Porquera officer, the movie. It's a friend. It's a teacher in the college, but have a very nice face. It look like a fake Danny Trejo. So you need work in my movie, okay? And the other is friend for a lot of years ago, and my daughter and my wife. It's very fun.
So what did people say when you came to them and it was like, hey, do you want to be in this movie? And then like,
okay, me, okay. Yes, because when you do it a movie, you shot for, I don't know, wide shots, close up. So we after you and the edition and the post production, you make the movie. So it's because Embryo is a very it's like a no-budget movie. So it's I say like a spirit cinema. like Peter Jackson in Bad Taste. In Bad Taste, you remember Bad Taste from Peter Jackson?
No, I don't think I've actually seen that one. Hello, sir. Welcome.
the first Peter Jackson.
Barry. Okay, now we have English perfect.
Hey, that's a pretty awesome collection of movies. Is that all movies behind you?
No, those are books.
Oh shit, man, that's nice.
No, those are all books. Then back there is a giant Funko Pop collection.
Nice.
Comic books are over here on that wall. Movies are upstairs. Okay.
Cool. Looks great. The ultimate.
I've spent the last few days trying to get it all together. We just moved in, so I'm exhausted. So
Nice.
Thank you so much for meeting with. I actually didn't know you were coming, so thank you.
Yeah, sorry, no, I meant to. I forgot to reply to the guys. I just literally put my kids to bed. So yeah.
Well, I appreciate it. I really do. So I guess let's real quick, just if you could, we're recording this, of course, because it's an interview. Just tell people who you are and your part in Embryo.
Patricio?
You.
Barry.
You.
All right. Okay. So I'm Barry Keating. I'm the co-writer, co-creator of Embryo. I worked with Patricio to sort of get this little twisted, crazy movie of ours off the ground over the last couple of years. It's been quite a journey. I think. I think we're here today, to be perfectly honest, because of what Patricio managed to do in lockdown. We had a chunk of a film that just he was able to, he finished it on his own, just in lockdown, using his wife and his daughter and just some ingenious filmmaking skills. It was it's a Frankensteinian kind of little film, but I mean, all credit where credit's due. I think the reason why we're here today is Patricio. He really kind of he made it happen. He was born in lockdown, so he made it.
So that is a good question. With lockdown, how was it different for you guys making a film? Like, I'm guessing there was a lot of this over.
No, it's because it's the movie we 2 years ago we shot the movie, but not the complete, just a teaser. Okay. It's like a fake trailer, like a machete trailer, like a teaser idea. So
20 minutes, I think. It was around about 20.
Yeah, like a
but the
10 or 11 minutes the total.
Yeah.
So we done because of the movie was support from Chilean government on money, soft money. So we do it like a promo. Just I think 10 minutes, like a short film, but it's like a promo pilot movie.
Yeah.
And so on our problem on COVID, the movie is dead. So, yeah, we can shot no more. So I think Barry, maybe I can do it a short film. Okay, I try do it a short film. So I have half hour, 25 minutes, more or less. So I see, okay, cool. Maybe I can work more in post-production and do it a pilot for like 40 minutes or almost, and say one more in total. So okay, work. So the problem is I need more footage. I need more shot, a little more. So okay, I have another movie. Maybe 6 years ago, 10 years ago, from a short film from and like a camera handicam. So okay, maybe can put this in the movie like from footage style. So okay, the movie can change a little more, and okay, I need shot a little more in my house. So okay, pick up for my daughter Rafaela and my wife Evelyn. Okay, we do it like a short film in my house. So So we put all this shit in the movie. So we do it a movie in very, very, very low budget. But for me, it was very, very fantastic experience.
Yeah.
So overall, how long did it? How long?
Barry.
Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, it's like that. So we had this. We had shot the teaser. We had a script. You know, there is a version of this film, kind of like a screenplay for this film that exists. That's like a different version. Because when we shot this sort of teaser and the footage that Patricio kind of went to get, he basically, because we couldn't shoot anymore, so it was like, well, we're going to have to change this. How do we make it work to so that he could shoot it in lockdown, you know? And we ended up just kind of talking back and forth about how we could change the structure here and there, little bits and pieces. He put, you know, worked in some other elements with subplots and things like that. And it was just a real sort of like kicking ideas back and forth. But yeah, there is a version of the script that exists that's sort of like, not, I wouldn't say completely different, but like a different version of the first version that exists, you know, somewhere. And but I think, like, you know, he just kind of was saying to me like, oh, I think I can do this. I think I can make it. I can cut it together. It started off as like an episode for a pilot for a TV series, and then he had more time and he had more footage, and he was like, I think I can do more. I can do more. I'm going to shoot with Evelyn and Raffaella. And at the time as well, this was at the start of lockdown, Patricio, you were making little home movies with Raffaella in the house. So he was like doing a spoof of Ghostbusters and little things like that. And I think it was kind of like off the back of this, he was like, I think I could do something here. You know, he was making the short movies with Raffaella and Evelyn, and it was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna finish Embryo. And that's how he did it. It was pretty crazy. And I remember him just sort of, you know, keeping in touch quite a lot, because he, you know, during the day he'd be minding Raffaella, and then he'd be doing a lot of editing at nighttime and stuff like that. So we'd be talking back and forth, and he'd be working quite crazy. So it was just this crazy period, and where we put it together. And then I just remember, like, at the end of it, a couple of months, a few months maybe, and then he was just like, hey, you know, we've got a movie here. And I was just like, yeah. Great.
So just kind of formed over time.
It formed over time. It was, I suppose you could say, it was a big lump of uneven clay that you know, he just with some TLC and some movie magic, you know, managed to beat it into shape. And so yeah, it was quite cool. And you know, we're big fans of Fright Fest. We've been to the festival quite a bit. So Patricio was always kind of going towards the goal of like, let's try to get it into Fright Fest, and we did, and that was always the goal. The intention was always go towards that deadline for submission for Fright Fest, and we got it. So you know, it was pretty cool.
Nice. Art, have you sent it to any other film festivals or? Yeah,
Patricio, you've submitted to a couple of festivals.
Yeah, not too much. Just Fright Fest and Argentina and another in Spain, but
nice.
not too much film festival.
Yeah, well, there's not much happening really, is there? Because
it's now it's like a virtual festival. It's not like a whoa, no.
Yeah,
just
a lot of them are
for me, for Embryo was just okay. Fright Fest. Because I remember Alan Jones told me about maybe Fright Fest will be like traditional in Halloween, but it's no. So virtual, but the idea from Embryo is just like I don't know, 1, 2, or 5 festivals and end, and now go streaming, go to home video.
So, but we have to tell you something, like, you know, because we might as well. It's good fun. So when Embryo was premiering at Fright Fest, so it was like Fright Fest was the first screening, and we have it's subtitled, and it was all going to be streaming. So the film started.
Yeah.
The film. This is the world premiere, right? The film started. the subtitles weren't hard coded into it, so there was no subtitles. But you could put like generated subtitles that would basically generate the subtitles on the spot, and that's what people did, and it was pretty funny. Like the whole film was basically just like really shit translation. Like, oh no, but then people just started laughing and getting into it. So, but the funny thing was, people stuck with the whole film through all of the really shit like subtitles. And so I just kind of messaged. I was talking to the guys who organized the festival, and they were like, "It's funny," and it is funny. And so yeah, that was our premiere. The very first public screening was a fuck up. But it was
That's
funny.
amazing. Do you guys have video of that? You have to have video.
I really wish somebody had a video of it. I mean, Jesus, there was some of the stuff.
I remember on Twitter a lot Twitter about the movie.
Yeah, if you go on Twitter and type Embryo Frightest, you could probably track some of the really fucking appalling sometimes.
That is awesome. Now you guys got me off track. I'm sorry. Oh, wow. I wish I could have been there for that.
Yeah, it was good. It was funny. It was weird at the start, and then we were just like, fuck it, let's just go with it. It's fun.
Did you guys get to replay the movie or anything like that after that, or just
No.
Well, hello world, this is what you get?
Yeah, it was just like, thanks. Glad you enjoyed it, you know.
Hey, well, see, at least it's still got picked. It's still picked up. It's going out there.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming all of the effects in the film are mostly practical effects.
Yep.
How'd your family and friends feel about that?
It's another story. The practical effects is from another movie, from Downhill, from another old movie from me and Barry. We are always on set. I stalk on a lot of people, so I remember and the special effects guy. Hey, this is practical effects. Why you going to house? No, maybe I'm going to it's garbage. No, come on, it's garbage. Let's do it. It's for me, okay. I'm saving my house, and I remember the attic. So and Embryo, I pick up the garbage, and we doing like practical effects for Embryo. So it's very, very, very. It's like a save money.
Yeah, this is definitely a sort of thrifty movie. That's for sure.
So what? So I'm so curious now. What was your budget for this film?
It's $6,000.
Sick. Oh, really?
Yep.
6,000. Yeah, 6,000.
Oh, damn! You made a good movie for $6,000.
But then I think then it's $6,000. But then I think if you add more onto that when we had with sort of post production and stuff like that. But shot.
Yeah, just but in money, real money is like more or less.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, it's like I said, Patricio was very thrifty. And he definitely stretched that money. I mean, he would give Robert Rodriguez a run for his money.
Okay, I am Mexican. I am Mexican now.
I'm allowed to.
Nice. So how long did post-production take? I mean,
well, it's just a lot time because I don't know,
because you kind of piece things together over time, right?
Yeah, I finish when I done the rough cuts, or I can send to another friend for doing the color grading, but the all work, the big work is the post-production sound, the music, Foley, and all stuff. So this is it's very hard.
So did you do it all yourself?
No.
Okay.
A friend.
Okay. So,
Yes.
as I asked Patricio, I'm curious with you, Barry, is horror is your franchise that you like working in? Is that your first love, or sci-fi,
Yeah,
or?
yeah, oh yeah. I mean, it's my first love. It's so something I always kind of go back to. I mean, I have a track record in working in horror. I mean, yeah, Jesus, like very much. I grew up with it, you know. My aunt owned a video store. I spent all my days. I was just in there watching movies, and you know, I ended up. I spent my teenage years working in video stores, just watching horror movies and whatever I could get my hands on. So yeah, I pretty much just grown up around horror, love horror, absolutely obsessed with it. And yeah, like pretty much, like almost everything I've done to date has been horror. And then I do some stuff in video games as well.
Hmm.
Yeah, very much a horror lover for life, you know.
What's your favorite horror movie?
I've asked, I don't actually know. I don't actually have a sort of like, oh, the ones that I remember from my childhood, the ones that are sort of grown up was Evil Dead, Nightmare on Elm Street, the Friday the 13th movies. I just remember I used to go to my grandmother's every weekend, and at the top of the road there was a video store, and they had the horror section was kind of like tucked in the corner, and it had the big chunky Warner Brothers boxes, you know, the big VHS. And my sort of memories from there is just going down there, going to that shop and kind of like spending forever just perusing the sort of aisle, the horror aisle. And I would always rent, for some reason, you know, when you're younger, you just seem to rent the same movie over and over again. I'd always re-rent the Friday the 13th movies and the Elm Street movies and stuff like that. Always just go back to the same ones, Child's Play. You know, just those are the things I kind of grew up on. And I do remember it was like Stephen King, the first version. I remember sort of saying to my aunt, like, "Oh, let's watch this, rent it." You know, thinking I was kind of brave, and I stayed up to watch it. And then, you know, I ended up having to sleep at the bottom of the bed. I was terrified of the fucking Pennywise, like, you know. But yeah, I don't know if I don't have a favorite one, but I just have specific one, you know, stuff from memories from childhood. You know, ones I always tend to go back to.
The classics.
Yeah,
the American classics.
yeah.
Patricio over here with his German gore.
The Exorcist, the German gore too. No, I don't know. I am a big fan from a lot movie from, but maybe for me the best movie is RoboCop. But it's very hardcore violence.
That's pretty gore. That's a very gory movie. I can see that. I understand that. Yeah.
Yeah, that is, yeah. RoboCop's a good one, isn't it? I think for my personal favorite film is The Crow, but that's but like from horror stuff, I always was fan of like the goofy side of horror as well. Like I love things like Terror Vision. Was a big fan of the Monster Squad. I like the comedy.
Oh, the Monster Squad.
Fright Night was great. I used to watch a lot of the full moon stuff in the early days, you know, like Trancers and you know, Puppet Master, all that sort of stuff like that. Just I like them cheesy and just really fucking goofy, you know.
Some of those are the best. That's why I love a lot of what's coming out in the lower budget films right now, because it gives a lot of that classic feel and stuff like that.
It does, and I like that. That's kind of, maybe it is. We're trading on nostalgia heavily at the moment, anyway. I think because we're all pining for something. Because
oh, soon the world will go back.
I hope so.
So, I'm curious, what is next for you guys? And I heard you guys are working on something together coming up again soon. Patricia, I think you are working on something called Snow Devil, and
no. For now, I have we have a very nice. It's like a slasher script. And we working on another movie like I don't know, Neo Slasher or Neo Yellow. It's a new movie for, I don't know when I shot it, because for the COVID, so it's complicated. But Barry have a very awesome script. Please talk.
Yeah, well, Patricio and I are always looking for stuff to do together. Like, I think we'll just keep making movies together until somebody fucking tells us to stop doing it.
Yeah.
And, you know, so we there's one idea we're kind of pursuing, which is the sort of the slasher neo giallo, which is quite interesting. And again, it's a micro budget one. We think we're sort of kicking out. Patricio started working on the beats for that recently and shared it with me, so it's kind of cool. We're developing that. There's another one. I just sent a script to him about a week ago, and it's basically a kind of like a take on the whole final girl trope. It's I don't want to say too much, but it's kind of like I suppose it's like a horror with a darkly comic edge to it, you know. But it plays on it sort of upends the idea of the final girl, you know. And then I had a film shoot in Cyprus in February, which was very fortunate, and that's got Julian Sands in it, and I believe it's out like next year. Sort of a haunted hotel, spooky one, you know. But I'm hoping to do the sort of slasher stuff with Patricio, but we just don't know when and how these things will happen. And then I have another one I've talked to Patricio about. He's going to help me out, a werewolf one. You know, we want to do that. So, but need a bit more money.
Well,
I see a black cat behind you.
Yes.
It's a big one.
Yeah, he's huge. His name is actually Kruger. And then I have our other cat. I named him Bastion after the Never-Ending Story, which is like, you know, one of my top 5 favorites of all time. But yeah, I want to thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys meeting with me. And for everyone that's watching this, make sure you guys go check out Embryo, which is out in a lot of places, right?
I hope. I hope.
Otherwise, we'll have links down on the bottom in the description so everyone can go there and click on it. So, but yeah, thanks again. Embryo is fantastic. I have to, yeah.
Come on.
I don't always do great with horror, so but I watched it all the way through.
Thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us, man. We do appreciate it, you know.
Definitely. And yeah, I wish you guys serious success with this. I'll be making sure everyone else I know watches it. So
thank you so much.
All right.
Cheers. Thank you. Take care, guys.